What's up, guys? I finally got some Black Panther Wave 2 Legends, as you can see here. Now, I may get some more later, but Endgame is coming soon, so I'm not sure if I'll have time to get to those before the Endgame toys come, but we'll see. Now, I think I remember some of you asked me to do the Killmonger figure first, so that be who's I be reviewing is first and of course, Mr. T'Challa here will be next, unless I find Endgame toys between now and his review, but that's not very likely, although it is possible. Anywho, let's get this review started. Starting with box front, we get that big open window showing off his insane amount of accessories. Here's one side, and the other side. There's the top, and here's the back with the Jerry Wilson artwork, as well as some words to read, and the other figures. And here's the bottom with the UPC. And there he is, guys, out of the package, and man, he comes fully loaded. Starting with the head, we get an impressive likeness to Michael B. Jordan. There's fine craftsmanship all over his face, everything from the nose sculpt to the cheek sculpt to the lips to the eyes and even the forehead and brows. It's just a really well made sculpt. Even his little goatee there, his beard, it's got some sculpting there too. And the paint applications are top notch too, as you can see. There's just it's just perfectly applied, no bleeding or anything. Now this figure has a very unique hair sculpt here. As you can see on the base, there's texturing and paint, but then they added this kind of rubbery sculpted braids to the top here. That's a separate piece, but it's also, you know, soft so that you don't have to hurt yourself or it won't break off. And the thing is, it's got some nice sculpting to it, you know, the braid sculpt, and it has a fairly natural looking look to it, and it's actually very flushly applied, as you can see there. It just fits perfectly into the head, and it has that natural look, and it just looks just like the movie. It's very impressive. And moving into the body, the sculpting is just off the charts insane. They incorporated multiple different materials into this single sculpt. I mean, the coolest part, he's got his metal chest pieces here that actually have a nice texture to it, as you can see, and the paint looks great. It actually looks like metal. Then you got these little straps here that have this kind of metallic shiny green here on both sides. Then you got the nylon strap coming around here that has some texture to it too. Then you got his Under Armour suit there, and the belt buckles there, the nylon straps. Then some more little, I don't know what that is, some more straps there. And the craziest thing is, if you see, it goes all the way around to the back. Move his arms there. Got some more metal there, and then some more detailing and everything. And as I was saying, the crazy thing is, this is all one single sculpt. You see, in other Marvel Legends, what they typically do, such as Talos here and Black Widow, is they'll actually mold like this kind of separate rubbery piece. It's detailed and everything, but it goes on top of the actual figure itself. But with Killmonger, they actually sculpted it right in. This is a single plastic mold here. There's no rubber piece on top. It gives it that flush, perfect, streamlined look. And when you take into consideration that it's a single mold, it's like, holy, but Jesus, they put so much detail. Whoever did this did a great job and is a great sculptor, and I can imagine the mold for this was probably pretty expensive. And a plus side to having this as a single molded piece and not an add-on, you get the full torso pivot. Unlike Talos here, that doesn't move at all. And taking a closer look at his arms here, it's not much going on there, but honestly they're just cloth sleeves, so there's not much you can really do. Although they did add some nice wrinkles there to give it that cloth look on both sides there, looking pretty sweet. And they did give him a sweet watch though. It's just an add-on piece that they slid on, but it's actually really detailed for such a tiny watch. You got the buckle right there, and then you got the little straps and even the little holes there for the buckle, which is pretty impressive, and the little buttons too, although there's no watch face. And he also has some purty hands with some veins there and some nice fingernails, pretty nicely made to hold his weapons. And his belt here is crazy. It's an adjective times 2 because it's so cool. You got his belt buckle here with a very cleanly and accurately applied silver there. Then you got a grenade right there. Then you got his arsenal of magazines there. You got the rifle magazines and the pistol magazines there. Then you got a pouch here to hold Snickers bar, and then you got his knife holster there, then his pistol holster, another grenade. It's so sweet looking, and if you want, you can actually pop it off. It pops off right there at the grenade, or the pistol right there. You can see the little bop there, and then you just have that off. But honestly, I mean, why would you do that? He looks so much cooler with this little belt here. That's so, ooh, actually, be careful bending it. This feels very weak. If you bend it too much, it'll probably tear. Yeah, let's just keep it on the figure. And moving into the legs here, you have some very very detailed and textured pants there. You even got the belt. Actually, you know what? Let me take this off so you can see it better. You get another belt on the inside there, which is nicely textured and detailed, and you get that nice camo paint on the pants there. Then you got another little holster here that has more magazines, and you know, it's an add-on rubber piece, but it's actually, you know, solidly in place pretty well. It doesn't flimsy around as much as like the Cyclops figure, so that's good. Then you got some pockets on the back there, some more of that camo paint, another pocket there, and it's just really nice. And his lower legs look just as great with tons of wrinkles on the bottom of his pants there to give it that military style blouse look, and his boots are also military grade with that nice long laces all the way to the top, and the wrinkling in the boot there giving it that bad awesome look. Alright, now you gotta take a closer look at these laces because there's some insane attention to detail. Usually with these boots, the laces are too long, and check this out. He actually wraps it around his boot. You can see the detailing of the laces going all the way around his boot, all the way to the front, and then he takes the end of the shoelaces and actually tucks them into the boot, and you can see that sculpted in detail right there. I mean, that's an insane like level of attention to detail, which is just like unheard of. Even the bottom of his feet have accurate boot treads too, which is crazy. And for the articulation, his head rotates 360 and goes about that far sideways and that far the other sideways, and goes about that far back and that far not back. And his arm rotates 360, although you gotta pull it out a little bit to clear his little shoulder armor there, but it's got some nice clicks to it, and his shoulder has some decent but limited range there. He's got a bicep swivel, but an impressive double jointed elbow. His hand spins and does the whole flappy thing. He has some pretty decent torso pivot, which is unhindered by his belt whatsoever. Neither is his waist swivel. His legs go that far forward, but not very far back because of booty sculpt there, unless you want to go sideways, and then you can kind of do that. He has average splits, which is also not hindered by the belt. He's got the thigh swivels, as well as a double jointed knee with a very strong ratchet to it, and his boot goes that far forward, that far back, and rotates. And for accessories, he comes with a M'Baku bath head, as well as his staff. And he also comes with a fully loaded M4 rifle here, which is actually the same one that comes in the Infinity War Barnyard Bucky and Falcon 2-pack. So you can have him dual wield them if you happen to have both. And he also comes with a fancy pantsy Colt 1911 pistol here, which is pretty nicely detailed. Although I'm not quite sure where you're supposed to holster it. It's just kind of, you know, a little, just, I don't, maybe. Oh well. But of course, his coolest accessory has got to be his mask. It has some really nice sculpting details all the way around. Even this little fuzzy hair here looks great, and the horns look great as too, with a little like kind of line detail, horn detail going on, as well as those little stray horns. They're a little soft too, so you don't have to worry about poking your eye out with those. And not digging this pink quite so much. I think it might have been too light of a shade, but overall it still does have that demonic look to it. And here's the back of the mask for you. Nothing much really, no paint, although it does have some wood grain kind of sculpted in there. Kind of reminds me of the Mask movie with Jim Carrey. And they got some legal jumbo in there, which is like meh. And overall, it just sticks on his face through just tension and friction, really. Oops. Let's try that again there. Anyways, like I said, it sticks on his face through tension. It just goes on just like that. And then it just sticks on there, and that's it. It stays on, surprisingly. So that's pretty cool. Probably helps that it's like flexible too. So it just flexes on his face and then stays on when you put it on right. So yeah, that's pretty cool, and I guess you could probably put it on other figures too. Just for fun, let's see if it'll fit on Captain America face here, and hey, look, it does. Wonder who else we can make don the Eric Killmonger mask. Yar, where be Black Panther? I'm full of anger and rage and must invoke my vengeance upon him. Well, I do have him here, Mr. Killmonger, but I haven't unboxed him yet, so I don't know if that would work for you or something. Yar, then I shall return when he is unboxed, and retribution will be mine. Buckle, 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 buckle. And for some comparisons, here he is next to the Hasbro Basic Black Panther, as well as Shuri, the Marvel Legends Captain Marvel, the SH Figuarts Ant-Man from Ant-Man and the Wasp, Cuddle Team Cuddleface, a Mignon, and Ziquette. Well guys, I am superbly impressed with this figure. The level of detail and precision of the sculpt blur the line between this and a more expensive figure. Kudos to the sculptor and to Hasbro for making it real. Anywho do, stay tuned next for the review of the Purple Panther here. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.